G'day guys, I thought I'd take you through now and just show you exactly how to raise an order on the FTX platform for a couple of different strategies that we run and use here at tradercobb.com. Now what I've got here, and I wanted to do it live, I wanted to show it to you in an actual order as opposed to just finding something rubbish. What we've actually got here is, I'll just jump across here first to my trading view chart. It's got a bullish candle in that cradle zone. It's pulled back in, looking quite nice there. If you look at the 2-day, we've also got it in that cradle zone as well. So if I was to be looking to raise an order on this particular market, here is exactly what I do. First things first, as a member, you've actually got in the members area, I'll show you exactly where it is. Obviously all your courses and whatnot through here, but you can actually click here on the trade calculator series from Matt. Now you need to watch it in part 1, 2 and 3, but part 1 will show you how to manage your risk there for those of you that are already members. For those of you that are not members, let me bring it in here and show it to you. Let's look at, we'll just change that figure. I'll raise a trade based on a $50,000 account. So what it does is it already calculates the risk for me, and I can choose whether it's margin or exchange. And with this being FTX, it is a margin account. Now what I need to do is I need to go over here and hold the mouse cursor over this candle, because my entry and stop will be defined by that particular candle given the particular trade that it is and the strategy, which is the crypto cradle. So all I'm coming into FTX for is, you might think, why don't I just take my levels from here? Because I'm always going to take it from the exchange for which I'm trading for, just in case they are slightly off. So the important levels here is the high and the low of that candle. Now with the high being 10,062.75, my entry is going to be 10,063. So I've written that down on a piece of paper. Always have a notebook with you. And the low there, you can see, by the way, I'm just looking up here at the key. The low is 9,641, so I'm going to go 9,640.5. Now I've got my entry and my stop loss. I'm going to come across here and work out the exact size of the position, 10,063. That's a long, I've got to put in long there. I'm not going to log the whole trade, I'm just doing the risk management side of it, and the stop was 9640.5. So now it tells me that the position size needs to be 10,477, and my quantity is 1.04 Bitcoin to risk $500 on this particular trade. So now that I have this information in place, 1.04. Now, of course, if you're trading a 100,000 account, a million account, or a 10,000 account, or a 2,000 account, you just need to change the figure into here, and it will obviously communicate all that to you as well. It will also tell you where to put your entries and your first targets in and whatnot. But for the purpose of this, we'll keep it nice and simple. So the type of order we need to open is a stop limit. So you've got all these different options down here. The one we want to work with is stop limit. Now the trigger price is the price for entry, so 10,063. The limit price is that will buy up to that point, so I'm just going to go 10,065. So it's a $2 mark there. Now the I just roll the scroll. Don't roll the scroll bar on your mouse. Then of course the amount. Well, we said 1.04. Now that matches 10,467, very close to what this says here, 10,477. So it's off by $10. It's very, very fine. So that is what I need to do there to raise. I'm not going to click reduce only. I'll tell you what to do with the reduce only in just a moment. I'm not going to move this bar at all, because all that does is increase the size of the position. Not interested in that. We want to have it at 1.04 because we dictate how we manage our trades, 1.04. Now what I'm going to do is this. Hit buy. Yes, place that. So double check the numbers. Hit place that, and what you'll see down here is you'll see very easily. I've got a stop in here for Ethereum Perpetual that I've been in for quite some time, and you can see my order in there for the Bitcoin Cradle order. Okay. Now I've got to go and put my stop loss in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this. So I hit this little one here. So now it's a buy BTC perp. Now I click that, sell BTC perp. And what it does is it tells me that, just reverses the amount, 1.04 Bitcoin. Now I'm looking to my left because here's what I've been using. One of the members, or one of my mentors, apprentices, has put together this cheat sheet, which will be available for members as well. It's very good because, there are different platforms do have different names for the orders for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but they do. Now you can see here, very straightforward. Step 3 is to put in your target. I'm actually going to put my stop loss in first. So my stop loss is going to be a stop market. So I'll just move this out of the way and go and do that. So not a stop limit. We're going to go stop market right here. And my stop loss was 9,640.5. Now I am going to keep retry on this because it will just continue to put that order in until I get filled, which is what I want. I don't want to be sitting there without a position, without a stop loss, and I want to make it reduce only. So what that means is if the market was to say, let's say I go away to work now, for example, and the market was to fall and break the low of that level, I wouldn't be filled in a short position. It would in fact cancel that order, so I do need to monitor that a little bit and then come back and cancel the other order for the buy position. But if I hit sell here, you'll see as well, there is now my stop order. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin perp stop market at 9640.5, which is my stop loss reduce only on an entry at 10,063 up to 10,065. That is how I put my entry and stop in. I go with stop first, I put entry in second. Now when it comes to actually taking your profit, well, that's what step 3 is just here. I've just jumped ahead and put the stop in just simply because I'm doing this a bit slower. You can see here is a take profit order and it's just a reduce only. So the risk on my trade right here, actually let me just go down to the trade calculator here. You can see here, where are we? 10, 5, 6, 6. Now that also equates for some the costs of the trade as well. So 10, 5, 6, 6. So I'll put that in 10, 5, 6, 6. That's fine with me. And it's going to be 0.52, 0.52. So that's half of my position, scaling out at 1 to 1. So the order type is it's pretty straightforward. This one, it's just take profit. So what I'm going to do here is put in my take profit price, 10,000, was it 566? It's again a reduce only, and I'm going to put in 0.052. Okay, so I hit sell here, boom. Yep, and you can see that the order has now gone into, where are we? Here. So you can see now for Bitcoin Perpetual, I've got my entry, which is my stop limit at 10,065. My stop loss, which is at 9,640.5, and my first target there is 10,566. Now, of course, here's a flip side of that. If I have a stop loss hit, it means I've been entered into the trade and I've been taken out, fine. Don't have to do anything. If I have my stop loss be breached first, i.e. it breaks down through my stop loss price before it puts me into the trade, well then I just cancel all the rest of the orders, okay? If I have this go whack to first target pretty quickly, the first thing I would do is then go and amend my stop loss. So I'd come down here to my stop market and then I would simply go to this. I would change the size, so it will be 0.52, which would be the other remaining half of the trade, and then I'd click tick and it will amend that order for me. Now this particular cycle of orders, the way that I've done it with the stop market for our stop loss, with the stop limit for the entry, and with the take profit being the way it is, this is for a long trade. Now it's very straightforward, the same orders, you just change the buy or the sell side if you're going short. But also what's important to note is that it's very, very straightforward. It just comes with repetition. Do I still use this? Absolutely, yes, I do, because it just means that you don't make any mistakes. I've got a checklist for everything, so I don't mess with it, and I keep it very, I'm very serious about how I do that. The other thing I want to say is that it's exactly the same process of orders if you are to trade a Bitcoin breakout trade. Okay, whether it be long or short, they are the same orders, as you can see on this little cheat sheet here. This is for, Cradle and Bitcoin breakout strategy. It is slightly different for the booster, and I'll do that one next time I get a booster trade. So guys, that's how we use the risk calculator. That's how we use the position sizing. That's also how we raise orders on FTX. So enjoy the service. and take your 10% discount, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Hope this was helpful. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.